Hello everyone, this is Stephanie Pettis in the Roland Studio, and I'm coming at you today for a small Hobby Lobby haul. I've been trying to collect a few things that I've lost, or not lost, but was taken from me, as you guys know. I'm not going to get into that. But if you've been following me, you know that my truck was stolen and a lot of things were gone, so I'm slowly trying to replace things here and there, and I'm doing it in a budget friendly manner so that I don't break the bank because there is no bank. Anyway, um, I wanted to start with uh, this Hobby Lobby and Michael's haul, but I'll probably do, well, I guess I'll do both Michael's and Hobby Lobby together. So the first thing that I am going to show you is, of course, Stays On. Stays On is a permanent ink. Uh, it's a solvent, and it's supposed to stay on and not smudge and smear and all that stuff. And it works on plastic, metal, ceramic, laminated paper, coated paper, and leather. It's not recommended for fabric. So that's interesting. I didn't know that. So I thought I'd get me one of those. I don't think I've ever had a Stays On. I have, although, had the archival ink, and I don't think I paid full price for that, but you know, that is the price, $7.99 for that one. And then here is the archival ink by Ranger, and that was $5.99. This one is inks are waterproof, permanent, and acid-free. Dye inks. The inks won't bleed when used with other water-based dye inks, acrylic paint, and watercolors. So it's ideal for stamping over alcohol inks. So that's pretty cool. So archival ink, both from Hobby Lobby. And I had only the small Tim Holtz Distress inks. I had only the package of 4, but I decided I wanted to go ahead and replace those, but I'm going to do them a little at a time. So this is the Distress Oxide. It's different than the regular Distress, so I've never had an Oxide, so this is my first one, and I decided to get it in Vintage Photo. So here is Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. It is acid-free, non-toxic, dye, pigment ink, fusion. So it's good for aging things and whatnot. So you guys are probably, if you're in the crafting community, know what all that is. New to me. And let's see here. I was ill prepared. I do apologize. Okay, there was one other thing. I do believe I picked this up at Michael's. I couldn't tell you what price it was because they don't label theirs like Hobby Lobby, and I don't remember. This one is just a little protractor, a little compass. It's a cheapie. I got it for $1.99. You can get these at the Dollar Tree or whatever as well, but I happen to need one, and I just went ahead and picked it up. And I think when I got this, I actually used my 40% coupon even off of that because I didn't make a very big purchase. And when I did purchase, the things that I purchased were on sale for 30%. And what that was these Art Deco paints. They're the acrylic paints, and they're the Americana line. This one is in Spa Blue. And I picked this up for future projects that I'm getting into after I finish my Scrimshaw series and the Ditty Box. So once I get done with those, I will be sharing with you what I'm doing with these DecoArt Americana line here. And this is Dioxine Purple. And they're beautiful colors. They're supposed to flow really well, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing with them yet. This one here is Coral Shell, and these again are Deco Arts from Hobby Lobby, the Americana line. I think Michaels also might carry them. And this one here is burlap. This one is turquoise blue. Apologize for my microphone. It's being a little testy today. It's making noise. So, bright salmon or salmon. Salmon. I say salmon. Salmon. Just depends on what mood I'm in. This one here is peacock teal. This one here is teal mint. They're very close. Probably in the camera you can't really see. And my lighting's not the greatest, but maybe we can get a better view that way. And let me just tilt that a little bit. I've got a little bit of a different camera set up. I'm not sure I like it yet, but this one here is burnt umber. Let me just set that there so you can look. And this one here is petal pink. And we have snow titanium white. And this one here is sea glass, which is a very pretty color. It's very muted. This one here, which is really cracks me up, it's called purple cow. So moo. I had to move on that one. Cranberry wine. Looks kind of brown, but it's more of a wine color. So that's a cool one. And then I've got espresso. I do plan to get more, but I have to do a little at a time. These were $1.19 a piece at regular price. I got these at Hobby Lobby at $1.19 plus 30% off each of them. So that wasn't a bad deal. Get them when you can. Sunny Day. It's a yellowish color. Then we have Tuscan Red. And then we have Periwinkle Blue. And we have Sapphire Blue, which I love sapphire. And then we have Blue Haven. I almost said heaven, because, you know, Jesus is always on the brain. And, let's see, we've got Bubblegum Pink. And we've got Sea Breeze, which is a bluish green color. And though I had Crackle Medium, and I had it in the big bottles from Folk Art, along with some of the floating medium, I went ahead, this is all that they had, was the Folk Art Plaid in this size. This was only a 2 ounce. This was $2.49 plus 30% off. And then the Folk Art Crackle Medium at $3.99. Now I have the big bottles. I think I get them from Michaels for maybe $6 or $7, $8. I don't remember, but I don't know where mine is or if I even have any more. So I knew I was going to need that for a future upcoming project. So I wanted to have that on hand, and I do like the fact that it's small. And I can always add more to this bottle from the big bottle. So that's cool. So that was my small Hobby Lobby. Let me move these paints out the way. Hang on one second. Okay, so that was the, let me get that echo down. Sorry about that. That was the Hobby Lobby and one Michaels. This will continue the Michaels. I went ahead and picked up these mini ink blending tools because I needed some. The ones that I had were taken, so like I said, I'm trying to replace this stuff a little bit at a time. And these were 2 to 3 different shopping visits, so you know, I'm really trying to break it up. And I just haven't had time to do any videos at all. And I thought, well, before I continue to get more and keep going, I needed to go ahead and get these hauls out. I haven't done a haul in quite some time. So anyways, these are the mini ink blending tools from Ranger. And then I went ahead, and also I have to start from scratch, picking up the embossing pad. And this one is by Recollection, and it's got the little refill. And it's so funny because the first time I ever bought an embossing pad, it was actually the glue pad, and I was trying to emboss and it was all gluey and sticky, and I followed the directions on the pad and it just dried up, and my friends were laughing at me, and I had no clue that there was a glue pad that was it looked exactly the same. I mean, in my defense, it was exactly the same setup. The only difference was it said embossing and glue versus embossing. So yeah, pretty funny, but you know, go figure, leave it to Beaver. And then last but not least, I got my clay machine back. This one is a little different than the other one that I had. I mean, they're actually quite the same. It's still by Craftsmart. I think I had that one, but I'm pretty pleased to having this again. I had a 60% coupon. This was before, I think, Black Friday and all that. I think I picked this up, and I was so excited because I was trying to work some of my clay, and I hadn't been able to work with clay because of my hands. It just hurts my RA too much. So I'm really thrilled to have this back so I can get back into my clay projects. I'm doing paper art a lot more than clay right now, but I really needed this for my scrimshaw whale teeth and marine bones. So I'll be doing some more videos of that to come in the future as well. But yay, I got my pasta machine, so I'm excited. Yay, got that. And I think that's all that I have from the haul for Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And like I said, this was about 2 to 3 different shopping visits, because you know, I have to do things a little bit. You guys know what it's like to and I'm keeping this little silk here to keep from the reflection blaring up your eyes, so I apologize, it's not really set. I've got my tile under here, but you guys know that, you know, I'm just trying to maintain the budget and not get cray cray, but at the same time kind of replenish some of my stuff. And I'm really excited that I'm at a new job and working, and as a matter of fact, I haven't even been home. I got to, you know, deal with my dad's passing, and then I had to work through Thanksgiving because I was off so much. And then after Thanksgiving, I went out for 2 weeks, and then I came back, or it might have been a week, I don't know, but I came back on December 1st, and we did a little family gathering with my nephew that I hadn't seen in a few years. So it was quite a treat to be able to do that. And I've been out on the truck since, so I'm planning. I missed Christmas, wasn't able to get home for Christmas, and so that was kind of, you know, wah wah wah, you know. And so I vowed that I would be home for New Year's, so I'm stuck without any hours tonight, but come tomorrow I'll be rolling home, and by the time you see this video I'll probably already be home. So anyway, that was my Hobby Lobby and Michael's haul. I'm going to record another one from Walmart and Dollar Tree, so I'll see you again in a minute. On the next video, that is. Bye. Okay, so there was one more thing, and that was this Yupo medium paper. I forgot. I did get this from Hobby Lobby as well, and it was on sale for $11.99. I've never had Yupo paper, and I call it Yupo all the time. Just, you know, I have to change everything I say from what, you know, normal people do. That's just me. I know I'm a moron. I shouldn't even say that. I'm gonna have to edit this video now. I'm a dork. That's the truth. But this is some, if you don't know what Yupo paper is, it's basically, technically not paper. It's actually a non-porous plastic. But it has the ability to have the paper effect, as far as there's certain mediums that you can put on here that work with the UPO paper versus normal plastic. Things that would run off of the plastic or not seal onto the plastic, this does that. And I will be doing some experimenting because I've never done it, but I've seen it done. I've already done some experimenting with UPO paper. And one of the things, and if you've been following me, you know that we're working on scrimshaw. I will be doing a video separate than what I did live. And this was the how to, if you couldn't draw, how to basically transfer an image onto the UPO paper. And then we did the scrimshaw. And if you don't know what scrimshaw is, go back and watch the video that I have. I will try to remember to put the link in. It's basically an etching thing, and I explain it all in those videos, so you can go watch that. But anyways, I was testing the UPO paper for scrimshaw so that I can do a future journal and use this medium in that journal, because I just think it will be so awesome. And I'm really looking forward to finally doing journals again. I did some journals a couple of years ago where I did some block texting, or sewing and stuff like that, and making my signatures. It was a Valentine's series, so you can go back and watch that as well. I do have a video on that, so you can learn how to sew your signatures. And I'm also going to be doing a video upcoming to show you the difference between UPO paper with scrimshaw. This is just for scrimshaw. And photo paper. We did a live and we were doing some experimenting, and it worked out really cool. There was like 3 or 4 different mediums. It seems that the dry mediums worked for scrimshaw on photo paper as an alternative to UPO, and the wet ones did not. So that's something to keep in mind. Be looking for that video coming soon. Alright, on to the... Well, I guess that's it. This is a same video. Okay. I'm going to be making several hauls, so I'm getting myself lost here. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good one. God bless.